Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to another Baggins International video. I was thinking about what video I should make next, and suddenly realised that I probably owed everyone a jolly good update on the old car collection front. Those of you who have been following Baggins for a while will know that we did a video back in, would it be March or somewhere around there, outlining Baggins' car collection. And thought we'd probably overdo an update, so figured we'd do similar sort of format, run through the 3 owned garages of Baggins, looking at some of the cars, some in more detail than others, and just having a bit of a jolly good run through. So this is the 3 Outer Street garage, and in here we have, as you can see, the first car there is the Turismo R, which is looking very fine, the Oracle XS, or as I like to use it, the transporter car, the Adder, which is a car everyone should own, the Shafter, which does feature in a full-length car review, as does the Cheetah here in the corner. You can't really miss the Insurgent, being a bit of a monster in the corner. Then you've got the Zentorno, the supercar you have to win a race. The Huntley S, which is the mom about town car, very handy. The Schwarzer, which is one of my go-to cars for just having a bit of a play. And then the Carbon RS in terms of the motorcycle option. Now, we'll go and have a look around the vehicles. That's sort of the front view and a little bit of an overview. Round here we have a quick look at the sort of rear sections. And in particular, I'd like to have a quick look at the Insurgent here. Now, it's so large you can't actually get around the back when your bike's on the wall, which does make things slightly problematic. But we've got a really nice collection here. This is sort of the core group of cars that we can hop into when spawning in the apartment, or call out, obviously, from the mechanic. And you know, people do knock the Adder, but it really is a cracking car for in-game play. Perhaps not one you can win races with these days, but well, maybe long straight races. They're pretty good. Anyway, we're going to take the Adder out. We're going to use it to get onto the next garage, so we'll mosey on down there now. And it is morning time and sort of early mist. Hopefully, it'll brighten up a little bit as we go through these videos. So. And, you know, it's nice to see a little bit of driving action from the Adder as well. A car that was once very popular and is now significantly less popular, even though, you know, looks-wise it is still really quite something. So we're rolling up now to the Greenwich Parkway garage. And in here we've got a slightly different sort of selection of vehicles. And predominantly our sports classic collection that I do like to cruise around in a sports classic every now and again. I'm not going to lie, the races in them are interesting at best, a little bit slippery at the rear end. Anyway, so we've got the Bullet there, and I've done that in sort of traditional Golf style. The Entity XF, which is again a really cracking first time route car. The Coquette, which is one of the finest sports cars, I think. The Sultan RS, which modifies up in a spectacular fashion. I've done mine sort of homage to a Subaru, early Subaru style vehicle. Then we've got the Hot Knife there in the corner. The latest acquisition, which is the Sterling GT. And that is quite a car. You know, well done to Rockstar for thinking of something like that. It's really cracking, and the backfire and the rumble from the exhaust is really tremendous. I'll maybe do a full feature-length video on that at some point. The Casco, not to be outdone, is another tremendous vehicle. I've done mine sort of Goldfinger Gold, and I think it looks well for it. Certainly goes well on the road. The Monroe, of course. Now that's a vehicle I've had for a very long time, and has featured in many of our Snapmatic shots via our Twitter feed. Incidentally, do have a look at that at BagginsINTL. Then we've got the Buccaneer, which is another firm favourite of mine, probably one of the earliest cars in the collection actually. And the Piotto, yes, which has a lot of fun in terms of a lowrider style vehicle. So again, we'll just have a quick rummage around the back. The rear of the Bullet really is quite spectacular. You know, it's a nice car to drive, to just be able to view it. And the Coquette, I've got the sort of pearlescent yellow finished paint on. Not sure whether you'll pick that up in the video, but it really is nice. Sultan RS, sort of a homage between the Mitsubishi Evo and the Subaru Impreza, and the Hot Knife, which I cannot help but feel looks like a car called Brum, which featured in some early 90s children's TV programs in the UK. Certainly from the front, it's got very sad headlights. So that might get sold in the not too distant future, but we'll see. Those of you who don't know, or an international audience, do look that up and you'll see what I mean, and then I will have ruined the Hot Knife for you as well. So we'll just make our way out of the Greenwich Parkway garage, having explored the vehicles in there. Just sort of give you, as I say, a brief overview here. We're not going into huge detail. I am slowly working my way through doing full-length reviews of some of these cars. And if you do have a particular one that you'd like me to look into after viewing the collection, please post it in the comments and I'll try and do a full Baggins vehicle review as per the ones that already exist on the channel, and do check those out. So we're coming up to the final garage now. Unfortunately, Rockstar limit us to only 3 garages with a maximum vehicle capacity of 30. I could probably fill 7 or 8 of these, but then again, I am a bit of a car lover and I don't want to bore too many people with various different cars. Now, just looking back there, the ad are really quite nice. So the Exceptionist Way garage is a combination garage of things that don't really fit anywhere else, and include obviously the mandatory Sanchez for off-road races, which I wish they would take out, and the Alpha, which is a cracking round town car but not particularly good in racing situations. Then you've got the off-road section, so got a sort of golf liveried injection buggy there, which is interesting to say the least, but good fun. You know, it's not awful. The Rusty Rebel, which has been with me right from the start and features a full space frame chassis, and the Mighty Sand King there in the corner, which is obviously the XL, as large as you can get, and I think is actually larger than the Insurgent in terms of garage space. Then you've got the Dominator there, which is again in the pearlescent yellow and black, and the F620. Now this is a car often overlooked, and I will be doing a review of that at some point. I really would recommend getting one in the garage. The LG RH8, and that's a car a lot of us own. And then I've got the Kuruma armoured vehicle from the Heist, which is a very firm favourite of the Baggins International crew in terms of versatility, speed, handling and manoeuvrability, and also obviously in terms of its ability to withstand multiple bullets, which is always pretty handy when the Baggins crew are out and about. So I'll just have a quick look around the back of these again. Again, the F620, as I say, we'll be doing a full review on that, because I think people just grab it, sell it at the mod shop and never use it, but actually fully modified it sounds amazing, and it's really quite nice in terms of the handling. And of course we've got the race car there, which I overlooked on the way down. The debauchery race car there, which is excellent and is my new go-to for sports car races, because it seems to be the way that if you enter a sports car race now, the winner is in one of the race cars, either the Jester or that one that we have there. So that's pretty much a roundup of the 3 garages. We've had a look round, we've had a couple of rides out in the Adder. As I said, if you want me to do a review of any of the vehicles you've seen, please do post it in the comments below. Also subscribe to our Baggins International channel if you've enjoyed this one, and I recommend going and having a look at the feature reviews that we have. And follow us on Twitter at BagginsINTL. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Baggins.